business law. So do you have note for this unit?
Huh?
Do you have note for this unit, business law? You have the note?
Yeah.
So what's your suggestion if you have the note? We discuss as we do revisions, it is good, right? So if you have the note, I think we will do like, so at the moment I don't have the paper, I will find it. So we will be discussing topic and then we see the questions, right?
Like they added some units.
Yes.
Some topics.
You are missing some topics.
Yeah, they added some topics like there's ethics.
So unapata wamea some topic but zile introduction zile za huko katikati. So now because you have done this one, don't you know? So what is a law? What is a business? Because here we're talking about business law. So it is two things here. We have business and we have law, right? What's a business? Yes, how do you could define business? So ukisema business is any what? Is any activity? Is any activity that you are doing what with the aim of making profits. So you do business for the aim of making profit. So as you do these activities, there is the law which governs what these activities. That's now we call it what? Business law. Because when you say law, law is rules and what? And guidelines. Law is rule and guidelines, which what help individual or a business behavior. That's why it's two combination. So kama wewe una transact, you are doing transaction with your business, there is law, lazima ufanye nini? You be conforming with that law or be what compliant with that law. So basically hii topic ama hii unit ni unit iko interesting. So long as kama unapenda law, so don't take, so you put your shoes kama as if you are in a business, is a law class, not a business class. So what is the definition of business law? What is the definition of business law? Vile nimeshaandika hizo description to what na, so unaweza andika aje definition of business law?
Definition zake. It's something that means.
Uliandika. So a business law is what? Is set of rules. A set of rules and guides and guidelines. The same set of rules and what? And guidelines. Which what? Which guide? Which guide and enforceable by anyone enforce laws? Who enforce the laws?
Government.
The government. So enforceable by the state. By the state. By the public what? Public agencies. So who are these public agencies? When you wanafanya nini? They are enforcing this law. Who are the public agencies? So like what? The police what? Administration, AP. So those are examples of what? The public agencies, like the what? The Court of Appeal. We have what? Like Supreme Court. So these are the what? The bodies who are what? Enforcing this law on behalf of what? States. Unaona vile business laws inakaa rahisi. So it's about what? It's only about what? Rules and what? It can be either guidelines or what? Regulation. So any time you are giving a definition, if your definition is missing to these terms, rules, and regulations, that what is not the law, is not law, right? Okay. So that makes the definition of business law. Then we can now see uliandika classification of law.
Yeah.
So hebu nisomee classifications of law inasemaje?
Sijui kitabu yangu nimepeleka. Public law, private classification.
Yes, classification
Public
of law.
and private.
Yes, we have those public, private. So those are the what? The classification of law. So we want to look at the characteristic of what? Characteristic of law. So hii law iko na nini? So one of the characteristic of law is that it is what? It is set of what? Set of rules. So that is the first characteristic. It is set of rules. It is set of rules. So from the definition, unaweza pata at least what? Unaweza pata like 3 characteristic of law. Ukiuliza what is a characteristic of law. And then number 2, say it's what? It's guides. It's guide what? A human behavior. Guide human behavior in what? In the society. It guides human behavior in the society. So these laws are guide. That's what we've got to say, manini. It governs. So that governing is about what? Human behavior. So unaonanga wakiandika nini? Umeshaona Garissa prisons? Have you seen the prisons cars? Ujaiangalia?
Hapana.
Ama ujai kwa ile mahali unapata Garissa prisons inapita, si ndio? So nimekupea assignment. Utafute mahali Garissa prisons inapita sana and then tuangalie the back of their car. Imeandikwa nini kurekebisha na haki, si ndio? So ukiangalia hizo gari zimeandikwa kurekebisha na haki, kumaanisha wanarekebisha nini? They are what? Wanarekebisha nini? Human behavior, because the prison is the what? Among the public agencies, ndio? So those are their what? Their roles. So their first role is what? To guide the human behavior in the society. So if laws ni unit na kwanga tamu ukitaka kupenda. And then the next characteristic of law is what? Is dynamic. Is dynamic. So the law keep on changing depending on what? It keep on what? It keep on changing depending on the nature depending on the nature of the state. Depending on the nature of state. So who rules the state? It is the president, right? So most of the time, these laws in Akonga enacted through what? In Akonga enacted through what? Through member of what? Member of parliament. No. So if it is connected through the member of parliament, it means that once the government, once the ruling party has changed, like what? Today we are being ruled by the Jubilee party. So each maybe in the next election, which is the coming election, it will not be ruled by Jubilee. It might be ruled by another party. That party will change the composition of what? The member of parliament. And this member of parliament will affect the law. So they have to amend certain laws. That's why we are saying what it is, what dynamic. It depends with the state or the governance of what state sio constant. That's why saizi tuko na kitu inaitwa nini reverend ama BBI building inaitwa nini, what do we call what do we call the BBI building what? Building Bridges Initiative.
Nothing about law.
Yes?
I know nothing about it.
You know nothing about law. Now, ndio maana tunaisoma. So lazima uelewe hii law ni nini. Ndio. So law ni kitu na apply each day. Asubuhi ukiamka usipigie your neighbor kelele, si ndio? Mwage maji, usipite hizo tutaita nini, public what nonsense ama kelele. Okay, so the fourth characteristic is that this fourth characteristic, you say it has a sanction. It has a sanction. It has a sanction. So these sanctions in bracket is what? Order. Bracket tunaita nini? Order. That's why ukiona the language the MPs of parliament or the Senate, they mostly use is what? They say order. So you must understand this, the sanctions are just order. So easy order inaweza kuwa inapeana na what? Like executive, judiciary. So the judiciary, because those are the independent bodies, so they can give orders depending on the laws they were passing. So hizo ni characteristic ya law. Then we want to see now what is called the purpose of law. Mbona hii law ina exist? Is it for fun? So why do we need this law?
To protect the human rights.
To protect the human rights, right? Yes. So tunaona ulikuwa unasema hujui law na unajua. So the human right is like the behavior. So yes, hata ile tulikuwa tunasema prison wanaandikanga kurekebishana haki. That is the function. So it regulates the human behavior, right? Yes. So the purpose, so you write for me the purpose of what? Of law. The purpose of law. Why do we have this law? So the first purpose is to what? To regulate a behavior in the society. To regulate behavior in the society. So that is the first function. And then the next function is to what? To ensure social comma, political and economic stability. And economic stability in the society. So we need this law so that they can protect what? The social. Ukisema human right. So human right, we are talking about what? The social right. The social right. The political right. That's why saizi wanasema nini? Wanaileta BPR so that they can create what? The position for. So most of it's about what? The political. And then again about economic. So like in laws, utapata kuna zile laws in a govern nini? Economic sector. Like we have the laws. You see finance again, it falls under economic. So unapata ukienda treasury, kuna zile laws inaitwa nini? Treasury bills, Public Finance Act. So those are the laws which govern what? Economic. So for your economic to be stable in your society, you must have the what? The laws which can be what? Easily understood by the citizen. So the third function of law, again.
Yeah.
The third function of law. Mbona tunakuwa na askari?
Askari.
Yes. Mbona usiku unasemaga kama hakuna askari siwezi tembea. So askari ana provide nini?
Wanna protect the secure.
It's in a provide protection. So to provide what? To provide peace and security. To provide peace and security within the community or within the society. To provide peace and security within the society. So we have peace. If you have what? The political stability, there will be peace. Again, security. So it will protect the security. Ile tulikuwa hapa tunasema another one is what? Protecting the human rights.
Right.
Protecting the human rights. Protecting the human rights. So the law is much applicable. It's more applicable. So take for me those notes. So after tumeshaangalia the purpose of law, so tuangalie nini? Need to see what? The law and morality. Law and subtopic and morality. Law and morality. So we have seen what is law. We have said is the set of rules and guide. What about morality? What about morality? So nataka uniandikie. You write for me, say, legal law relate to the wrong provided. Say, legal laws relate to wrong provided in law, and they are preached. To preach or to break. They are preached by court. Are preached by code. Then you write another point. So here ilikuwa law. So you write for me now, morality, you say, morals are expected conduct. Say morals are expected. Morals are expected conduct and behavior. Are expected conduct and behavior to govern. Are expected conduct and behavior to govern the people. To govern the people in the society. To govern the people in the society. So morals are what? Are what the conduct expected from the society. So now, juu kwa exam utaambiwa differentiate between the law and morality, 6 marks. So ukiambiwa differentiate between the law and morality, 6 marks, you have to draw a table. Uchore table. Waonyeshe examiner, I know this thing. Katika law, morality. Ila kama unatembea. There is a sound there. So nataka uniandikie the first one. You say it is defined a price. It change from time to times. Ama it is dynamic. It is dynamic. The first one, you say it is dynamic. And then on the other side, you say morality is rigid or it cannot change. Morality is rigid. Morality is rigid or it cannot change. And then number 2. So laws, it applies to the what? To the state. And to say a state is the country at large. It is not the specific people. It is the what? Or that's why it's it's applicable. It's applicable. It's applicable to large. It's applicable to large sections of people. It's applicable to large sections of people. It's applicable to large sections of people. But morality, kuna wale people wako moral what upright. So this one, morality is what only apply to specific people. Say it applies. It applies to small. It's applied to small section of people. It applies to small sections of the people. Then number 3, you say wrong does. This one, you say wrong. Wrong does. Wrong does is banish. Wrong does is banish. Wrong done is banished by the code. Wrong done is banished by the court. So the court, it can do what? If you do the wrong and you what? You are proved guilty, you can be 8 hours, be given fines or what? In prison. in prison. So those are the punishment for what? For the wrong does. Ukifanya vibaya utakuwa either upewe fine ama nini? Pelekwe prison. So hapo kusema wrong does and lies or lies with the honor, lies with the own conscience, lies with the own conscience. So hizo ni different. So hizo ni at least 3 different. Ukiulizwa 6 marks, utakuwa in a position to get that 3 marks. 3 marks hapa na 3 marks hapa upate nini? 6 marks. Okay. So tukishamaliza law and morality, our syllabus inataka nini? Law and morality. Law and morality. So ulisema ulikuwa umelist classification of laws. Ilikuwa nimesikia ukisema nikajua. Sema kuna private, kuna gani na gani tena, kuna public na what? We have public and private. We have criminal and what? Those are the classification of law. So you write for me classifications of law. Classifications of law. So we have written and unwritten. Unwritten and unwritten. Unwritten law. So tukisema written law, these are the laws which are what? Are in writing. Then tukisema unwritten laws, hizi ni ya kwanga nini? Express what? Express laws. Inakuanga express, and that if you are express, you cannot imply that what? Expression. So kwa notes zako uliandika different. Do you have the difference between? Ama ulistate tu? Kama uliandika explanation. Yes? Hauna explanation? Okay. So kama hauna, you can say, you put the first dash now, say written laws refers to the laws that as formally just wait a minute, I change the battery. Nimesema written laws refers to the laws that has formally been enacted by Parliament. That been enacted by Parliament.